it's meant to be, then that's alright.
Before we start this video, I'm going to read the keyword for this video, right? Or rather, behavior for this video, right? And that behavior is charisma. Okay? That word is charismatic, right? I'm going to read the definition so we're all on the same page, right? Charismatic, exercising a compelling charm which inspires devotion in others. I'm gonna run that back. Charismatic, exercising a compelling charm which inspires devotion in others. And now, some definitions of this word may differ, but that's the definition I'm going off of, right? Because of what I'm about to talk about. Now, to get into the nitty gritty of what I want to say. Cult leaders, religious leaders, politicians, all of these people are very charismatic, right? They need charisma in order to draw people in, right? Have people stay long enough to listen to what they're saying. Not only that, but people actually digest what they're saying, right? And for what they're saying to make sense, even if what they're saying doesn't make sense, right? They need to be able to make it land in a way that actually makes sense, or make it sound transformative, right? Make it sound like something that has never been said before, something that has never been done before, something that you need in your life, right? Or something that you need to change in your life, right? And not only that, they need to be able to make you, right, say something that inspires devotion, right? Something that makes you want to follow them, right? That makes you want to be devoted to them, right? That makes you want to join their political party, join their cult, join their religious organization, right? And to me, I think that involves a lot of manipulation, right? That because a lot of the things that politicians talk about, religious leaders talk about, cult leaders talk about, some of the things that they be saying does not make fucking sense. Like, it might make sense in like the first 5 seconds, and then after that it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the frick, right? And that's really what's like so scary to me, right? Is because these people are so good at, because here's the thing, right? The human brain is very sophisticated, yet when you're born with a very terrible security system, right? Like, if you do not take the time to learn skills, to gain tools that are going to help you recognize manipulation, recognize, bad behavior from people, right? Because here's the thing, right? A lot of the times you find yourself like years later looking back at certain behaviors that you accepted from people and being like, why did I accept that from that person, right? And it's just like, that person is really just really good at manipulation, and you just did not have the skills in order to recognize that, protect yourself against that, right? Disengage from that, right? And cult leaders, politicians, religious leaders exploit that in people, right? That's why it's so icky, right? Because it's not a matter of telling you, like, because here's the thing, right? A lot of the time they'll start off and it makes sense, and then it just dives into something that makes no fucking sense. A lot of cult leaders, right? Their cults start off very chill, very, oh, like, it makes sense, self growth, becoming a better person. And then it just goes into something that does not make fucking sense, right? Which can also be said when it comes to a lot of churches, right? A lot of churches, right? That it starts off as something good, and then it just dives down into something horrendous where there's a lot of abuse, financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, right? Even spiritually, right? And the same goes for politics, right? Political parties. A lot of them start with good faith, and then boom, corruption, right? And I think as people, we should be very hyper aware, very vigilant, especially of people that do advocacy work and freedom fight and fight against social injustices, and then all of a sudden they're into politics, right? Because you don't necessarily need to be like, one thing that I had to understand for myself is that politics and like fighting for social injustices and doing advocacy work those two are not necessarily the same things. Like, I don't necessarily have to be in bed with the government in order to inspire change within the government, right? To change legislation, to change a lot of things in the government to help the people, right? Like, you don't necessarily need to be in bed with them, right? I hope that makes sense, right? I hope that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, that's why I get the same vibe off of all of them. And it's not, yeah.
Won't you come with me and